Hey there everybody, Robert Taylor with Wonderscape Creations, continuing on with another video for the world building series, specifically with materials. So in this episode we are going to get the stretching gun and triplanar completely and totally set up. Before we do, I do want to provide a brief shout out to my Patreon supporters. If you would like to join the community, the link is down below. Additionally, if you would like to donate instead of joining my Patreon, I do have a link for Buy Me a Coffee down below as well. So let us get triplanar set up so we have nothing stretching when it's all done. So it's actually, generally speaking, quite simple. I'm going to put this normal one down here because that's where we're going to be doing it for the normal. Let's get myself some space here because we're going to need it. So first things first, let's put the triplanar right here above it. That's what I like to do. Then I'm going to drag this albedo out because I don't want to get rid of it. I'm going to need it. Next thing we're going to want is a static switch. Place that in here. We want the true to go here and the false to go here. Right now it's set to false, so it's working as intended. If I were to go true, because nothing is set up, that's quite interesting. Oh, that's right, because in the in here I'm using the same texture. So we will now come here to the albedo texture. I don't know why I didn't just copy and paste. Would have been easier. Now this reminds me of something we need to do really quick, so that I don't forget. Let's first get down here. We want one of these to keep things separated. This is going to be called triplanar. This was at 10, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Alright, 56. Perfect. Now we are going to want to hold down the 1. I'm going to make this 20. Get an input. We're going to call this input triplanar blending. Use the preview. This was 56, so this one will be 57. Now I need a reroute for triplanar blending. Perfect. We're going to come up here, right click, triplanar blending. Just like this. Right. Silly me. Wrong one. This needs to go in here to triplanar blending, which we're going to need. Very important. Bring this down. I don't know where my brain was, so I do apologize. 58. We need to get a static bool. We want it to stay false for now. Now we need an input. And we're going to call this one use triplanar. Then reroute. Again, use triplanar. This one will be 57. Pull out of here. Use triplanar. Perfect. Now the reason why I stopped everything we were doing to do this is because now we need to copy this switch. Come up here to the UVs. Paste. here, we need to go there, then false, just like that. Oops, let's get this. Gotta clean this up a bit. Now, there's a very important reason that we're doing this, and I will explain in a brief moment. False, true. So I like to keep things uniform. I like to make it to where if I go to Triplanar, the UV values stay the same. A lot of people don't do that, so that once they turn on Triplanar, then they then have to readjust the UVs. This keeps the UVs identically the same. And the reason for that is transform UVs is already in this Triplanar right here. So we don't want to double down on the numbers, because then it looks absolutely horrendous and awful. Weird, strange effects happen. So that needs to be set up correctly. So put that right there. Perfect. Now we don't have to worry about that. Come back down here. And I do believe that we now have albedo set up. So, like I said, we're going to want to do a lot of copying and pasting. So I'm going to grab the UVs and this triplanar blending, copy, paste. Drag out albedo noise. We're going to put that right in here. Put the false right here. Before I copy and paste, I'm going to need another one of those. So noise texture, copy, paste. And now we have this one set up. This one's a little annoying. It happens. But because it saves on resources, having everything in one, that's what we're going to do. And that's what the RGB right here is for. It's for this instance alone. So we now need to have this at true, but copy, paste, paste. Oh, wait. Yep, there's only 3. Oh, nope, there's 4. Ambient occlusion. And this is why I needed all that extra space. Excuse me. Then we have the true right here. Then we need the 1 minus. And the true right there. And the true right here. Perfect. Kind of. It's a spaghetti mess, but it's our spaghetti mess. Alright, so first things first, ambient occlusion is an R, so we will put the R right here, attach it like that. This G we want here. This G we want here. And then this B we want right here. Place that right there. This right here. And lastly, right there. As I said, now it's mess, so let's go ahead and take the time to clean it up. Because we are not heathens or barbarians. Let's go ahead and these over here like this. This down here. Oof, what a mess. This one comes up here, come down there. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why the naming reroute node came into being. But I'm not going to do that here. Just not worth the time. It was easy to get connected, so why do it? Alright, give me a brief moment to pause to make sure that I have it all connected correctly. Alright, so one thing that was done differently that I do like, because it makes it a little cleaner, going to delete that. I'm going to bring this 1 minus over here. Like this. Like that. Looks much cleaner. There's far less squigglies going on. Far less being 2, but in my world, that's less. And here we go. Now we need to get the normal done. And then we can call it good. So let's only copy and paste these 3 things. The use triplanar switch and triplanar blending. Paste. Everything where it should be. True. False. Right there like that. Triplanar blending. Copy paste. UV scale and texture. And now everything that we have so far has been set for triplanar. Now obviously, as stated, nothing is going to change because there's one more thing we need to do. We come over here. We don't want that to be a make or break, so let's go back, make this use preview value. There we go. Back to how we were. This will stay lit up until the next time we open it. The next thing we need to do is static bool parameter. And we're going to call this one biome 01. Use triplanar. Question mark. Do I have these all? Nope. Nothing is separated and organized yet. Cool. Then I'm going to hold down the 1 key, not the 1 key, S key for biome 01. Triplanar blending. We will set this to 20. Hit save. Nothing should change yet because we need to check mark that box. Watch right here. As we turn on the triplanar, what's it called? It's gone. This stretching is gone. Fantastic. Alright. One thing I need to do, check mark that. There we go. I don't like the lighting to continually change while I'm working. So, as you can see, it has gotten immensely darker, and I need to figure out why, so please give me 1 moment. Sorry about that. So I found the problem. Mask texture, copy, paste. Was not put in the textures. So now if we hit save, here we go. I noticed because when I came in here to mess with all of these that I was missing a texture. So I'll put this back to 2. There we go. So now when I hit the check mark, it'll change, but everything is as it should. And it's now easy to see the difference. Doesn't it just look beautiful? So I'm glad you were with me for this ambient occlusion, with this triplanar journey. Triplanar is quite a fascinating subject and annoying too for those who are struggling with it. So in the next few episodes, we will finish up getting this material node completed. As I said, we only have part of it done. There's still half of it to go, but that half is in between 2 separate nodes. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.